Hey everyone, I want to do a somewhat quick video about the different gas settings to use with your Palmetto AR-10 with different types of ammunition, the ones that I have tried out. Okay, so the Palmetto Palmetto AR-10, this is the PA-10 Gen 3. It has an adjustable gas valve that has 17 positions. Okay, and this should be standard on all AR-10s. The problem with most AR-10s is that the gas systems are not adjustable enough. And 308 ammunition is like all over the place in terms of velocity and recoil and how much gas the ammunition creates. So they're really all over the place. So you need an adjustable gas system. Okay, so let me run down the list real quick. So with the Freedom Munitions 150 grain, it's position number 1. Okay, and now this came in set to position number 12. The reason why they do that is so that it'll cycle everything. And if you shoot the 150 grain Freedom Munitions in position number 12, and it's gonna kick you pretty hard. Okay, it only needs to be in position number 1. Okay, now if I was going to war and I needed to make sure the gun was like going to be super reliable and it was going to work dirty, yeah, maybe I would up it to position number 2 or 3, probably 3. But if you're just shooting it and you want it to just cycle to lock back, okay, position number 1. And the way I figure this stuff out is basically you put in one round at a time in the magazine, and you basically go up the gas positions, and you'll see at what position it locks back reliably. Okay, so with the Freedom Munitions 150 grain, it's position number 1. You go clockwise all the way down to close it, right, and then you go counterclockwise one position to open it up, and that will work with the Freedom Munitions 150 grain. Okay, with the Freedom Munitions 147 grain, position number 2. Okay, so you're gonna go close it all the way down and go click, come back 2 positions. Okay, with the American Sniper, okay, right out here, American Sniper 149 grain, position number 3. So you're gonna back it out to position number 3 out of 17. Okay. The Winchester M118. Okay, I was actually surprised with this stuff because it's 175 grain bullets. I expected it to be like somewhere down near position number 1, but it's actually position number 4. Okay, so close it all the way down clockwise, and then go counterclockwise back to position number 4, and this will cycle reliably. Okay, for range shooting. Again, if you're going to war, you're gonna give it an extra 2 just to be on the safe side. But for like range day shooting, position number 4 is going to be fine. Okay, and then Tula 308. Okay, 150 grain, position number 5. Okay, that's the weakest ammunition that I have shot through this. And a lot of the hunting ammunition tends to also be weaker. So a lot of hunting ammunition, you're going to be in position number 5 or somewhere around there. So this is a good starting point. But if you have a different kind of ammunition, I mean, that's how you're going to figure it out. Go all the way down, close it, and then go clockwise to close it, counterclockwise, one round at a time in the magazine, to find out. Because initially it's like not even gonna it may not even eject the empty case. Okay, so you keep going one round at a time until you get reliable lock back on an empty magazine. Now, it is worth noting, okay, that this is a 20-inch AR-10, right? Because they got the 16-inch, they got the 18-inch. So this has I think the full-length gas system, I guess, or medium, whatever it is, whatever they have on the 20-inch. Okay, so if you got a shorter one, it might be slightly different for you. Okay, so I got a 20-inch AR-10 here, and I have they sell it with I bought it separate, the carbine lower. Okay, so initially when I ordered this, I didn't know if I'm like, wait, it's like a carbine lower, 20-inch upper, are these two things gonna even work together? And the answer is yes, because of that adjustable gas system. You can tune it to make it work. Okay, so that's all AR-10s should have an adjustable gas system. That's usually the weak point with AR-10s. The reason is because 308 ammunition is all over the place, right? They can, like the Tula gives me like a muzzle energy somewhere around like below 2,000 foot-pounds of energy, right? And then the Freedom Munitions 150 grain gives me a muzzle energy of like 2,000, almost 2,700 foot-pounds, okay? So like there's a difference of like almost 750 foot-pounds between these two 308s. So that's a big difference. Like 750 foot-pounds is the difference of like a 10 millimeter, okay? So that's how much difference you can have in the output and the recoil and the gas that these 308s are producing, okay? So that's why every AR-10 needs to have an adjustable gas system in order for it to be functional. And it can't just be like 3 or 4 or 5 positions. You need 17, or better 20, okay? You need lots of gas positions so that you can fine-tune your AR-10. And one of the things I've done with the gas positions is I've tuned it so that it has like the minimal recoil, right? Because that's a good way to reduce the recoil, by reducing the recoil that's coming back into the system and throwing that bolt back, right? Because what's happening is if you got more gas coming here, that bolt gets jerked all the way back. Now, the other thing I've done to minimize the recoil is I also put in the Quad Valley, I think it's a 5.6 ounce buffer weight. So I got a slightly heavier buffer weight, and I have the Sprinko orange spring, okay, recoil spring, which is a stiff spring, which also helps reduce the recoil, okay. So I've got a lot. So here's the thing. I've actually got a lot of stuff back here, right, to actually offer more resistance as the bolt is coming back, okay. And in those gas settings that I gave you, right, it still functions reliably, okay. So if you got the original stuff that this thing came with, which is lighter, right, a lighter buffer weight and a lighter recoil spring, you're gonna be, you're gonna have you're gonna be on the upside. You're going to have even more force pushing this back because there's less resistance in the buffer system for you, okay? You have the original stuff. So yeah, worth noting, I got the 5.6 ounce Quad Valley buffer weight, and I've got the Sprinko orange recoil spring in there, which is like the stiffest one out there, to soften up the recoil even more. And the purpose of that is not because I can't handle recoil, it's so that when I shoot, the reticle doesn't move too far off target, and I can spot my shots at distance, and I can make fast corrections. Okay, so there's some information for you guys to go with. I did a separate video on this. I really wish that the Palmetto gave us a Magpul grip. Now the Magpul one does fit on here, but it leaves a terrible gap that I don't like. The reason why that would be better is, number one, this rubber one gives a lot of resistance when you have this on your back and you're rolling it over in front of your body. This rubber really drags and catches your clothes. See how it's lifting my shirt up? So I hate this rubberized. So this is like standard A2, but they just rubberized. And the other thing is, I wish that the Magpul one has a storage compartment over here, which would be very useful for putting a small Allen key, because I'm usually bringing this big Allen key that they gave us, which is really good. I really like working with this, right? But if I don't have this one as a backup, I would like to have a small Allen key in the storage compartment over here, right, in the grip, that I can change the gas settings as I need to with the different ammunition that I'm using. And also, I could put like an extra battery if I have a red dot. I could put, let's say, an extra firing pin, extra extractors. I can actually, you could put stuff in there, like extra gas rings. So it would be great if they gave us a storage compartment here that, rather than this hole here that I can't use, right, which is like a freaking vagina. I mean, it'd be nice if they put a storage compartment here that you can actually use, right? So anyway, those are my thoughts on that. Drop some comments, and I'm going to include a Palmetto AR-10 playlist in the comments and the description, so you guys can check out all the videos I've done to date on this Palmetto AR-10. Okay, thanks for watching. Talk soon.